It all leads to this moment. It started with stepping out and discovering what you're capable of. Planning your future while learning, serving, and getting a real collegiate experience. Because the place you start can change everything. Itawamba Community College. You belong here.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again, with passion burning in my veins.
Indians are coached by Slater Lott. He's assisted by Cade Evans and Caleb Goddard. Now taking the field, your ICC Indians. At this time, we ask that you please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, please remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Good afternoon and Roll Tribe, ICC fans. Welcome out to today's broadcast of ICC Baseball here on the ICC Sports Network. Game 3 of this series between ICC and Lakeland. Lakeland comes in ranked number 21 in the country in D1 baseball. They're 8-5 on the season. ICC comes in with a 6-6 record overall, as these two teams have played twice yesterday, and my oh my, they were some wild games. So buckle up, folks. Game 3 is expected to be the same way here. Jalen House will start us off. It'll be Jack Howell on the hill. The Guaranteed Bank opening pitch in there for a strike, and it comes your way at 101. That's a 101 Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here this afternoon. I'm Adam Gore, the SID and Director of Media Relations here at Itawamba Community College. We welcome everyone into the broadcast. 9 innings scheduled here for the third game of this series. An absolute beautiful day for baseball here at Crescent Field, as that pitch in there for strike 2. This is Jack Howell on the hill here for the Indians. He's a native of Amory, Mississippi. Easy to remember because our former PA announcer, Laney Howell. As there is a Renaissance Bank strikeout to start the game there of Jalen House.
Number 1, Caden Marler.
Renaissance Bank, they are the bank that understands you. You can find out why by visiting renaissancebank.com. So 1 out now, and this is going to bring up Caden Maurer, the center fielder. I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance if I don't pronounce some of these names correctly for our friends out of Lakeland. Mattoon, not Indiana, my bad. Mattoon, Illinois is where they are located. Is that first pitch missing for a ball out of Maurer. He's playing in center field. Got a few stories from that part of the world as this pitch popped up, back and out of play. Visit Mattoon quite often. For those that don't know that might be watching in favor of Lakeland today, I'm a Notre Dame guy, traveled up there often for football games, occasionally some basketball, baseball, softball. As this one fouled off out of play and will get over, in the ditch, so that ball will now be a BP ball. 1-2 now is the count, so travel through that way quite often. I tend to stay in Chicago whenever I make those trips, or Indianapolis. Breaking pitch, strike 3. Boy, Jack's got the hook working early today, folks.
Up to bat, number 12, Logan Winkleman.
And so now this will bring up Logan Winkleman to the plate. He will dig in with 2 outs and nobody on here to start this contest. Nobody on. Winkleman will dig in. Swings on the first pitch he sees. Fouls it off for strike 1. ICC in the powder blue uniforms today, as Lakeland in the all grays. As this one's going to be ripped, third baseman. No, gets right by him. Took an awkward hop there. We'll see what they scored on the board. So I don't want to call that a hit myself, as that was absolutely tattooed that time by Winkleman.
Up to bat, 0-0.
And this is where the Indians have struggled this year, is finding that third out of the inning. The board's going to call it an error, so I will take my hit away and put E5 for Winkleman to reach. And this is Sharif Cologne at the plate now. Fouls that one back for strike 1. 0-1 is the count. We do welcome those that are watching in favor of the Lakers today, as well as the members of the ICC family that are tuning in. I know it was Dr. Boggs and Colin Minga with you the other two games. Appreciate those guys stepping in and doing a great job of that broadcast. Busy day yesterday. A couple of softball games, a couple of basketball games, a couple of baseball games. But a great team here at ICC to be able to help bring all that action your way. 1-1 pitch is fouled off back into the soccer field. I saw they were practicing earlier today. Don't know if they still are. If they are, they're going to be under fire after a couple of these early foul balls, as the count now is 1-2. This is the shortstop, Cologne, at the plate. Awaiting the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike three. A clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there. Third of the inning for Jack Howell. And a clutch start there for the Indians in Jack getting those strikeouts. So let's take a look at today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups. We've already introduced you to the first four batters of the day. It was House in left field, Maurer in center field. The DH is Winkleman, and the shortstop is Cologne. Batting fifth and through the rest of the lineup here, second baseman Isaac Flowers. Number 6, Eduardo Latimende. Bryce Byers in first base. Catching is Nathan Stemka, and in right field is Madden Johnson. Lucas Bixby will be pitching here for the Lakers in today's only game. This game, again, scheduled for 9 innings. For ICC, this will be your lineup. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination, and Coach Lott hopes he has that same winning combination put together here this afternoon. In right field, it'll be Jacob Pearl. Third baseman, Madden Butler. Shortstop is Reed Kent. The DH today will be Brody Thompson. Cannon Graham will be at second base. Trey Gunn will be in center field. Houston Green will be your first baseman. Tyler Pickens will be in left field. And batting ninth and catching is Jack Cummings. And we've already told you Jack Howell is pitching today for the Indians. So that is your lineups being brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. Appreciate Coke and everything they do to help support Itawamba Community College athletics. The college as a whole, actually. So to be Pearl getting set to lead us off here for the Indians in the bottom of the first. No score.
Back for the Indians, number 23, Jacob Pearl.
So Pearl will dig in here. Indians trying to scratch out a win. They dropped the first two games of this series. That first pitch in there for a strike to Pearl. Wild games. I think the first one was like 19-16 final. And ICC was up late in the second game. And then I think it ended up being a 14-10 final in favor of the Lakers, as they scored late in game 2 last night to get the 2 wins. There's that one missing outside. 2-1 now is the count. So I guess you say they've taken the series. So there's a grounder. It's going to be foul, and now the count will go 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, as this is Jacob Pearl at the plate. He's playing in right field. Rips one. And that's going to get out to right field. Is he going to try for 2? No, he's just going to go for 1. And solid contact and a great job there on that leadoff spot, like Pearl has done all season. Finds the way to get on base. So with no outs, a runner at first.
Number 17, Madden.
This will be Madden Butler, the third baseman coming to the plate. He and Reed Kent, who is on deck, was listed as one of the top 500 prospects in JUCO baseball, according to Perfect Game, as Butler looks at that pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Butler. Missed a few games with the injury. Good to see him back in the lineup this weekend. Well, what was supposed to be this weekend, I should say. These games were moved up. This pitch fouled back. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Runner at first here for the Indians. A little soft toss over the first. No issue there as Pearl gets back without a problem. 1-1 is the count here to Butler. Butler's played both corners this season. He's been at first base. He's been at third base. Another quick toss over. No issue there as Pearl got back before the tag applied. 1-1 stays the count. Wind has shifted from the way it was blowing yesterday. It's actually blowing from center field back into the first base dugout. Yesterday, wind gust up to 20, 25 miles per hour straight out of the ballpark. I think there was a combination in the first game for sure of 8 home runs hit. Butler looks at that pitch high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Runner at first for the Indians. That pitch just a bit outside. 3-1 now is the count here to Butler. Another toss over. This one hit hard, but center fielder's going to be able to camp underneath it. Comes up off the warning track for out number 1. Runner unable to advance in that situation. It was hit hard. It was one of those, man, if he hit that one yesterday, probably would have been out on the waterway.
Number 9, Reed Kent.
So this is bringing up Reed Kent to the plate. He'll dig in with 1 out. Runner still at first after a leadoff single by Jacob Pearl. Looks at a breaking pitch and must have fell off the table a bit too soon for the umpire's liking. 1-0 now is the count. Indians want to try to strike early here. Just get a little bit of momentum going their way as that pitch in the dirt looked like Bixby that time kind of stumbled a little bit coming off the mound. So 2-0 now is the count. Bixby's set to deliver. This one hit hard, and it's going to be a line drive right back. Now they're going to try to get the runner at first, and he'll get back without an issue, as that was a nice job out in center field. Kind of playing shallow to start with, but was able to come up and get that basically that line out for the second out of the inning.
Number 4, Brody Thompson.
And so this will be Brody Thompson at the plate. Digs in with 2 outs and nobody on here. Looks at that first pitch. It's going to be high and outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at first. That one runs inside, but a little bit too much inside for the umpire's liking. 2-0 now is the count. So waiting the 2-0 toss. Grounder, third baseman, finds it. A little trouble getting it out of his mitt. Goes to second and gets the force out to end the inning. So the Indians, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We've played 1 here in Fulton. No score. We'll take a break. Hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Sam's Town Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates two things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back to action. That first pitch goes for a ball here from Jack Howell. Flowers is up, the second baseman. Swings on that one, fouls it off, evens up the count now at 1-1. Top of the second inning, no score here between ICC and the Lakers. Here in Game 3 of this matchup, Lakers come in ranked 21 in the Division I baseball preseason poll, as this one fouled off as well. And now the count goes 1-2. Jack Howell had 3 Renaissance Bank strikeouts. The Lakers did put a runner on after an error. As that pitch missing, not a bad spot to miss there. Couldn't get him to go chase one. So each team has had a runner on in the first, just couldn't get anything going with them. And there's strike 3. We talked about earlier in the broadcast, the hook is working well today for Howell, and that is going to be his 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the afternoon. And this will bring up Eduardo Letamendi coming to the plate. Again, apologize if saying that wrong. So he shows bunt, pulls back, and will take that one for a ball. Kind of waiting to see if the umpire stuck with the call or not, and he did say ball 1. 1-0 is the count here. Letamendi is playing at third base. Listen to that pitch high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. I want to make sure we mention Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Samstown Market, and the ICC Wesley Foundation, all sponsors of today's action. As that pitch runs inside, 3-0 now is the count. We're in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. If you would like to find out how you can help ICC baseball, visit iccms.edu/Indian Club. That's iccms.edu/Indian Club. Just search baseball, or maybe you enjoyed today's broadcast or any previous broadcast. You can help support the sports information team as well. 3-1 pitch. 3-2 now is the count, as Howell paints the corner, back-to-back pitches there, as now the count goes full to Letamendi. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Nobody on here in the top of the second. Howell getting ready to deliver the pitch, and there is strike 3 at the knees. Nice job there by Jack, battling back, fell behind 3-0, and then 3 straight strikes to get his 5th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. And now this will be Bryce Byers, the first baseman, coming to the plate. Looks at that first pitch low and outside for a ball. Other sponsors include Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, and Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. Breaking pitch again in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. So the 1-1 pitch, fastball, swung on and missed, strike 2. So now the pitch, now the count goes 1-2 with 2 outs. Top of the second. And that one's going to be fouled right back into your living room. 2-2 now is the count. So 2-2. Scoreboard shows 1-2. There is 2 outs here in the inning. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Another Renaissance Bank strikeout, the 6th of the game for Howell. We'll take a break after that 3-up, 3-down inning Hear from Renaissance Bank and more here on the ICC Sports Network. ICC fans, we've got you covered like never before. The all-new Let'sGoICC.com is your award-winning home for everything ICC athletics, and when it's game time or showtime, head to Let'sGoICCTV.com, the official streaming home for ICC athletics, fine arts, and other special events. Watch it live or on demand anytime, anywhere. Let'sGoICC.com and Let'sGoICCTV.com, your front row seat for all things ICC.
It's the Fast Break Sports Show that starts your day. Mississippi Sports Today, Tuesday through Friday at 9. And if you don't catch it at 9, the MST podcast is on wherever you listen. With a team of hosts like no others, join Craig and the guys for Mississippi Sports Today on Super Talk 1019.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we shift now to the home half of the second. Still no score here in Fulton.
Number 7, Cannon Graham.
As it'll be the 5, 6, 7 batters due up here for the Indians. Cannon Graham, Trey Gunn, and Houston Green for ICC. It's still Bixby on the hill here as that pitch missing low and outside for a ball. The dimensions here at Roy Crescent Field, 330 down both lines. 365 to the gap, and this one is popped up. Center fielder showing off some good speed and will come in and close that one for the out to retire Graham. And to finish the dimensions here, 390 to dead center. A tall wall out there in center, so it plays every bit of 390. The winds today are much calmer than they were yesterday. Matter of fact, if you look at the trees, there's hardly any movement out there in left field. The flag is not whipping around. It was almost just blowing straight out of the ballpark yesterday as that first pitch missing low for a ball. Or excuse me, it was blowing straight out of the ballpark yesterday. Good for baseball, tough for softball. As the softball field, the way it's laid out here on campus, it was blowing directly into the park as there's a breaking pitch, and that one just missing. 2-0. So it actually broke the streak of home runs in a game for the softball team. They had 25 home runs in 12 games, and the games against Bevel were the first time they had not hit at least one home run in a game this season. They'll be back in action on Sunday, right back here on the Red Channel. 2-1 is the count, now 3-1. Is the count as that one missing low. There is one out here, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the second here. This one's scheduled for 9. Beautiful breaking pitch in there for a strike. 3-2 now is the count here to Gunn. Gunn playing in center field, pretty much where he's been all season. As that one runs low and inside, so he will draw the one-out walk. Second base runner on the day for the Indians.
Number 5, Houston Green.
This will bring Houston Green to the plate here. He's playing first base. So I'm going to go back and look back at the first inning, and I'm changing that error. They got it as an error on the board. I'm putting that as a single for Logan Winkleman, as there's going to be a hard hit ball, and it's going to bounce off the shortstop. Looked like he was shaken up for a moment. Glad to see that he was okay. Let's go back and look at that one. Well, that was just a tough hop and deflected off his shoulder that time. Someone called that a hit as well there for Houston Green, as
Coming up to bat for the
that
Indians,
was just
number
one of those
28, Tyler
unfortunate hops, if
Hickman.
you are, or if you will. That came off the shoulder of the shortstop, Cologne. And now Indians with runners on the corners. First time either team has had someone in scoring position, as this will be Tyler Pickens the left fielder coming to the plate. 1 out, runners at first and third here for the Indians. Pickens shows bunt, and instead is hit by a pitch, and now ICC will have bases loaded. Now, of course, when I mention ICC, not wanting to confuse our friends from Lakeland, it is not the Illinois Central version of ICC. It's Itawamba Community College. As the coach is going to come out and ask if he pulled back on the bunt. So he's going to come out and have a meeting of the minds, if you will, here with his fellow umpire inside. And so talking back and forth and see what they're going to come up with here. Looks like it's more of the home plate umpire maybe trying to convince him of what to do, and now the coaches want to come out and talk to his pitcher here. They say the play will stay as stand. Breaking the action, we'll take it with them. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
At Banco Colonna, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bancocolonna.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Number 6, Jack Cummings.
Welcome back. No changes made there for the Lakers. ICC bases loaded here. 1 out in the inning, and this would be Jack Cummings coming to the plate. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Yeah, I'd like to be able to call the baseball game right now, but I got somebody standing in my way. That's somebody being Maddie Porter of the softball team. She's the one that let me know the speaker went out on the left side. As the 0-2 pitch missing for a ball, 1-2 now is the count. Of course, I know there's a lot of people out there saying, Gore, why are you saying that? You just have to know Maddie. She's a character. And honestly, I didn't know what she was trying to let me know there, but this pitch foul back and out of play. If you ever ask Coach Owens and Coach Munson, they would say the same thing. You just don't know what you're going to get from Maddie. 1-2 now is the count after that foul ball. Cummings will dig in, bases loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Breaking pitch, nice job finding a piece of that one just to keep the AB alive here for Jack. It was mentioned our Banco Colonna keys to victory would be something good happening early for the Indians. Well, Jack Hallis handled that. He's got 6 strikeouts. Now the bats just need to help him out. That pitch goes high for a ball. 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases full of Indians here. This is going to be a flare out to the right fielder, and it's going to drop, and this is going to score 1 for sure. They're going to ask 2 to score. The relay is going to be cut off, and ICC takes a 2-0 lead off a single to right by Cummings. So a big-time hit there for the Indians.
Coming up to bat for the Indians, number 23.
Helping out his battery mate there. Jack catching, and so now we'll flip it back to the top of the lineup with Pearl coming to the plate. He'll dig in, still 1 out. Runners on second and third now. Looks at that first pitch, and it's inside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So big time clutch hit there. A little flare off the bat to right field by Cummings. Plates 2. Maybe that last pitch was kind of a makeup of the one before, because I thought the last one looked pretty good, and that one looked to be high and inside. So it evens things out now. 1-1 now is the count. That one nips the edge of the plate. 1-2 now is the count here to Pearl. He singled in his first at bat, but was left stranded back in the first inning. Gun goes. A little hit and run action here for the Indians. Shortstop gets to it. Not going to have a play. Smart play there by Cologne to hold on to that one and not allow the runner to advance on the throw home, or excuse me, on the throw to first.
Coming up
So
to
now
bat
the
for the Indians, number 17, Madden.
They reload the bases here, and this will bring up Madden Butler. 2-0 ICC with the lead here in the bottom of the second. This game scheduled for 9 innings this afternoon in Fulton. Butler, they're going to appeal, and they're going to say he well, the Lakers coach coming out arguing the call there after it was called a strike. Say he So a little confusion there. I will say the infield umpire kind of looked up and so a little confusion there. I think that's what the unplayed umpire, he didn't say safe. He kind of threw his hands up as if like, you called it, why are you referring to me? And then said, confirmed the strike. That was more of the, that's what I took from the situation. It was more of the infield umpire saying, you called it a strike, why are you appealing to me? So 0-2 now is the count after a swinging miss at the curveball. And the Lakers coach kind of came out saying something, and his players were like, Coach, they called it. As there's a swinging strike three, just chasing a low curveball that time, did Butler for out number 2.
Coming up to bat for the Indians, number 9, Reed.
And this will be Reed Kent coming to the plate. He flew out to center in his only appearance so far. So the Indians trying to spark the bats here. See if they can tack on some more runs. Of course, we talk about those insurance runs. We got to talk about your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance agent, Brandon Poland, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics this afternoon in Fulton. First pitch for a strike, 0-1 is the count. That second one did not go. The catcher appeals to the infield umpire. He said he did not go. 1-1 now is the count. That pitch high and inside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. Lakers trying to get out of this inning with minimum damage done. The Indians would love to get that merry-go-round spinning here in the bottom of the second. Breaking pitch comes in just enough for a strike as Kent kind of turned into it, expecting it to hit him that time. 2-2 now is the count here to Reed Kent. In the dirt. And Gunn's going to score from third. So ICC does tack on another run there as Trey, or excuse me, no, that was Pickens, comes around to score on the wild pitch. 3-2 now is the count. And they're going to say he went. Good call. As coach is going to come out and argue about that one, but he did commit to the swing there, in my opinion, as just unfortunately couldn't hold back on it that time, as Coach Lott's going to come out and kind of talk with the home plate umpire, who struggled there in the bottom of the second, but don't we all sometimes? That's just part of the game. We'll take a timeout and be back with more right after this.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled me over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Welcome back now as we move to the top of the third inning. ICC takes a 3-0 lead here over the Lakers of Lakeland. First pitch is going to be a flare out to right field. Right fielder's going to give chase. Going to be trouble. It's going to be over his head, and he falls. So this could be a triple here. Nope, he's going to hold up at 2. Nice recovery out there in right field to quickly get that one back in, but a big-time clutch hit there by Stemka, Nathan Stemka, the catcher, to start the inning off in the right way there for the Lakers, their second hit of the afternoon. So now this will bring up the number 9 batter, Madden Johnson. He's playing out in right field. First time today that the Lakers have had someone in scoring position. Jack Howell still on the hill here for the Indians. Going to show bunt, lays it down. There's only going to be one play, and that's to first. An absolute perfect sacrifice bunt laid down there by Madden Johnson. 5-3 on the putout. There was only one play, and that was to first. That sacrifice bunt is being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That is the ICC BSU. They run our concession stand here, so if you're ever at the ballpark, just know that your proceeds are going to a good cause as it goes towards their spring break mission trip. So a runner at third now with one out. We flip it back to the top of the lineup here in Jalen House. Looks at that first pitch missing low for a ball. So 1-0 is the count here to House. That one in the dirt, blocked up nicely that time by Cummings to keep the runner at third. House struck out looking in his first at bat of the day. 6 Renaissance Bank strikeouts so far, as that one's going to be ripped and it's going to be knocked down by the second baseman on a leaping attempt there. The run will score, and that will go for a hit off the bat of House. Thought there for a second, had a chance at Graham making that leaping catch, just could not quite get it, but did a good enough job to knock it down and hold him to a single in that situation. So that will be an RBI single after the double by Stemka. A absolute perfect sacrifice bunt by Johnson, and then followed up by that RBI single from House, and that is how you manufacture a run in baseball. Beautiful baseball there. So now this will be Maurer at the plate, struck out looking in his only attempt. He's playing center field. You're going to toss it over to first. Tag is not in time. So no pitch has been delivered to the plate yet. Maurer will dig in. This is the first one. Then we'll have a snap throw down, and it's not going to be in time. Pitch a strike. 0-1 is the count. Kind of having to, the umpire not very vocal with his strike calls and not really making a whole lot of motion either. So breaking pitch, grounder, foul. We've seen both coaches come out of the dugout with some questions of some of the calls, and I'm not trying to nitpick here, but home plate umpire could help himself with some clearer cadence and movements with his calls. Awaiting the 0-2 pitch here. Instead, pickoff to first is not in time. And we'll sit at 0-2. Winkleman is on deck. The original play was scored as an error. I came back and changed it to a hit. It was an absolute blistered shot to the third baseman. This one's going to be fouled back, so we'll sit at 0-2. Of course, my stats are always unofficial. Get the official stats from the coach at the end of the day. Those will be what we punch into Presto. 0-2 stays the count here to Maurer. Indians would love to find that 7th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day as we await the pitch. 0-2. And there it is.
Up to that, number 12,
so that
Logan Winkleman.
Got just enough of the edge across the letters is what the umpire's saying, and he's getting a little vocal out there for some of the Lakeland fans now. So a little equal opportunity fussing, if you will, from both sides of the plate here. Pick off to first, not in time. Tough job being an umpire. No matter what, you're not going to make one side of the plate happy. And you hope at the end of the day just to be consistent enough to keep everybody off your back. This one hit hard, popped up, but it's going to get out of play towards the parking lot and will miss some vehicles. 0-1 is the count here to Winkleman. He singled on a blistering shot to the third baseman in his first at bat. Digs in with the runner at first and 2 outs. Now they're going to get him in a rundown. Lost the ball out of his glove, and that's going to be a stolen base. Oh, tough break there for the Indians. Got what they were looking for, but unfortunately, the ball kind of got caught in the glove of the first baseman. Couldn't get it out cleanly, and that was enough time for House to slide in safely at second. Could have ended the inning there for the Indians, but again, those 2-out struggles continue for ICC. And now they're going to look the runner back to second again. So 0-1 is the count. There is 2 outs here. Runner at second. ICC up in this one 3-1. Ball in the dirt. Runner will advance. And so now, great opportunity here for Lakeland to continue to scratch away at the lead here in the top of the third. They've already got 1 run on the board. Now a runner at third with a 1-1 count and 2 outs here in the inning. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Winkleman at the dish. House is now at third. This pitch fouled off, and we'll go 1-2. Howell trying to find the exit here. Get out of this inning with minimum damage done. The Lakers wanting to get a 2-out hit here to extend the inning. Winkleman at the plate. Hard hit grounder, and it's going to be trouble. Third baseman comes up. He's got 1 play, and it's over in time to third. Great play there by the third baseman, Madden Butler, to get the Indians out of the inning with minimum damage done. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll take a break and go to the bottom of the third inning right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Coming up to bat for the Indians, number 4, Brody Thompson.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Brody Thompson will start us off here in the bottom of the third. ICC up in this one 3-1 after the Lakers were able to get a RBI single by Jalen House. Thompson will stand in and take that first pitch for a strike. He grounded out to the third baseman to end the first. As that one missing, 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. This one hit hard, right back up the middle, and that'll go for a base hit and a single to start off the inning. We've got that as the Indians' 5th hit of the game. And now this will be Cannon Graham coming to the dish. No outs, runner at first.
Number 7, Cannon Graham.
So the Indians would like to find a way to get that run back that they gave up in the top half of the inning. Graham threw out to center in his first at bat. Beautiful breaking pitch, and that one missing for a ball. Thought I heard a bark for a strike, but again, either I haven't gotten used to it yet by a third innings, or the umpire just really don't have a consistent cadence or call as time is taken, so we'll reset. 1-0 is the count. Runner at first. 1 game this afternoon. As there's a beautiful breaking pitch. It just snuck in the back door there for strike 1. This is Bixby on the hill here. Really has pitched well. Hit a batter back in that 3-run second, but for the most part, his control has been there as that one's right back up the middle, and no play. Well, the pitcher tried to knock that one down. The shortstop tried to come in and make the play, but the speed of Graham was able to run that one out.
Indians, number 19,
that one's going to go for a base hit. Hard time calling an error on a pitcher in that situation. It's not only is he going to field the ball, but also trying to kind of self-preserve himself as that one was coming right back at him. So the Indians now with runners on first and second, still no outs, and Trey Gunn at the plate, and he rips that one in. Nearly takes out the coach on the side over there. So that will go for a foul ball, strike 1. And they're going to try the double pickoff. Went to first and threw to second. No issue there. So we'll sit at 0-1. That pitch high and outside for a ball. Evens things up now at 1-1. Winds remaining calm here at Crescent Field, and Chamber of Commerce-like day here at the ballpark. Breaking pitch. Ugh, don't know where that one missed. Looked pretty good from my point of view, but my opinion don't matter because I don't have the clicker in my hand. 2-1 now is the count. Gunn walked and scored a run and takes that one high. 3-1 now is the count. So 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs, runners at first and second. Big, healthy swing and a miss there from Gunn. Now the count goes full at 3-2. Just couldn't catch up with the fastball. Nice placement by Bixby as it was running in on the hand of the batter that time. So now 3-2 is the count. Another fastball, and that one missing low, apparently. Bixby didn't like it. The catcher didn't like it either. And a nice job here by Stemka to kind of come out and talk to his pitcher here as he's visually, or you can see he's frustrated out there, so wants to take a moment to kind of get him calmed down and get him refocused here. 3-2 is the count. ICC has bases loaded.
Coming up to bat for the Indians, number 5, Houston Green.
So with no outs now, Houston Green will come to the dish. Nice job there by Stemka, recognizing the frustration in his pitcher, come out and calmed him down, and the first pitch out of that conversation is a strike. This is Houston Green. He singled and scored a run in his only at bat so far in the afternoon. 0-1 is the count. That one runs inside. A great job there by Stemka to block that one up to keep the runner at third. And now the count goes 1-1. No outs here in the inning. Big opportunity for the Indians to blow this one open. Breaking pitch outside. 2-1 now is the count. Looks like we're going to start to get a little bit of folks heading down to the bullpen here for Lakeland. As this is going to be a ground ball, foul ball, strike 2. Like it actually came off the foot of Green that time. So that even things up at 2-2. You've got Thompson at third, Graham at second, and Gunn at third. Nice job finding a piece of that one, keeping the at-bat alive. 2-2 now is the count. So waiting the 2-2 offering here. And this one popped up. Got quite the battle going now between Green and Bixby. Indians trying to get things spinning around the bases here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no out. Bases loaded here for Houston Green. And this one hit hard, deep to center field. Should be deep enough to tag up the runner here. It is. He's going to tag up from third, and the runner from second will head to third as well. And that'll be a sacrifice fly for the Indians. That sacrifice fly is being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation.
Indians, number 28, Tyler Pickens.
The Wesley Foundation, located right across the street from the Davis Event Center here on campus in Fulton. Proud to sponsor today's action. They meet Tuesday nights at 7. They encourage all ICC students to come be a part of the Wesley Foundation. As that pitch in there for a strike, as this is going to be Tyler Pickens. He was hit by a pitch and scored on a wild pitch. Quick toss over to first, no issue there. Quick tag, but had already gotten back. 0-1 is the count. This one hit hard, hit deep, back to the wall, and no, just off the top of the wall. Nice leaping catch there, but we'll go for a sacrifice fly. As I thought that one had a chance to get out of here. Yesterday, that one would have blown over the waterway.
Number 6, Jack.
But it is a productive out for the Indians. As ICC plates 2 more on the board. And now this will be Jack Cummings coming to the plate. Toss over to first. Again, quick tag, no issue there. 2 outs. Just got under that one, did Pickens, as that one, major league pop-up is sending. Nice job out there in left field. Left fielder did a great job of kind of extending that arm, finding the wall, knowing he had room, able to jump and make the catch Don't know that it would have got out of the ballpark. Might have bounced off the white part of the fence. And another toss over. This time it gets away. And the runner's going to round second, look at third, and the throw will not be there in time. So the error will allow the runner to take 2 bags, and now ICC with another runner in scoring position here. So the throw was in the dirt. First baseman did everything he could to stretch out and get it. Just couldn't find it. Hit and ran away from him. And by the time the right fielder and first baseman got to it, that was all the time that Trey needed to get to third. So a 2-out hit could be huge here for the Indians. That pitch runs inside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. That was Cummings. Gunn is at third. Thought about it, pulled back on it, took it for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Breaking pitch gets away but takes a friendly hop as it hops off the leg of the catcher down the third baseline. So nothing that Gunn could have moved on there. 2-1 now is the count here to Cummings. Indians lead this one 5-1 here in the bottom of the third. This one hit hard. If it drops, it's trouble, but no, it just carried well enough out there on a rope to left. And Lakeland gets out of the inning, but not before ICC puts 2 runs on the board on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. We'll take a timeout. Come back with the top of the 4th right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
At Bank Okolona, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bankokolona.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Up to bat, 0-0, Sharif Colon.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a position change here being brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. Out in right field for the Indians, Andrew Williams enters here in the top of the 4th. It'll be Colon, Flowers. As we wait this pitch, grounder is going to be to the third baseman. Scoops it, throw over is in time. Nice stretch over there at first to retire Colon.
Up to bat, number 2, Isaac Flowers.
Letamendi will be the third batter due up this inning. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's what you like if you're an ICC fan. As this is Flowers, who struck out looking to start the 2nd inning. Jack Howell still on the hill here for the Indians. Shows bunt, did attempt at it, and that'll go for strike 1. So 0-1 is the count here to Flowers. We're in the top of the 4th. 1 game today, scheduled for 9. Breaking pitch. Drops in there, but a little too low. 1-1 now is the count. So now the umpire getting some earful from the ICC fans. So as Steve Diffie likes to say, that means he's being consistently inconsistent when both teams are fussing at the home plate umpire, as that one's going to be fouled off. 1-2 now is the count. I don't know for sure, but the third base coach for Lakeland is pretty much standing near our gate down there. So with a left-handed batter, he may have had some close calls. So he wants to make sure he is well out of the way of Isaac Flowers. And I'll be honest with you, don't blame him. 2-2 now is the count after that ball. Breaking pitch fouled off, and that one, ooh, just foul by inches. So 2-2 now is the count. Got Coach Andy Kirk checking in. Appreciate Coach Kirk. He's been able to come in and call some baseball and softball for us this week as well, as that pitch drifts high for a ball. 3-2 now is the count here on Flowers. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there. 8th of the day for Jack Howell. And this will bring Lettermende to the plate. Nobody on, 2 outs. He also was a strikeout victim in his only appearance so far. Stands in, takes that pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Waiting the 1-0 pitch here. Breaking pitch, drops in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here on Lettermende. Again, apologize if I'm saying that name wrong. Hopefully just getting it within the ballpark of it if I'm not. Big swing and a miss there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count here to the third baseman. So Howell getting set to deliver this 1-2 offering for the Indians. On its way, and that one missing outside. Not a bad spot to miss with the throwaway pitch. Great eye on the part of Lettermende to not go chasing one. As now the count evens up at 2-2. Breaking pitch. Popped up. Left fielder's going to jog back and will squeeze it for the out. Indians get the 3-up, 3-down inning there in the top of the 4th. They lead it 5-1. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
You want my Coke Zero?
Nah.
Really? You can have it. A Coke Zero and
Okay.
a smile.
We're Coke brand managers. Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial.
Hey, that was for me.
Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero has a life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a smile.
Cats.
Da, 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 da.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Back for the Indians, number 3, Andrew Williams.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. New batter in the game here, Andrew Williams, will dig in for the Indians as they lead it 5-1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Being joined now by ICC men's basketball coach, Coach Wilson, as that first pitch high for a ball. Well, Coach, before we get the conversation started, I want to say congratulations. conference championship last night, that big win over Delta.
Thank you.
And just go ahead and talk about those emotions once you saw that you were able to get that win.
Man, really proud of the group of guys that we have. Really proud of our coaching staff, all the work we've put in since June. Just got a little something to show for it, man. So that always means a lot. Like I said, it meant a lot to our guys. We set some goals at the beginning of the year, and obviously that was one of them.
You talk about the goals you set all the way back in June when you brought these guys in. Kind of just take us through that situation. Like, what does it take for you to establish a team, get the core of guys, a lot of unique personalities, a lot of stars off their high school team to come in and just develop that as a unit of one?
I think that's the big thing is, like you said, the buy-in and the unit of one. When we talk about doing stuff for the family all the time and kind of putting what's best for the family above what's best for us individually at times.
That's going to be a fly ball, and it's out of the ballpark.
Boy.
Well, you called it, Coach. It's not only fair, but it got out of here. It 3:30 down the line, and it was 3:32. So big time home run there for Madden Butler. It was a 2-run shot, and ICC now up 7-1. Coach, I'm going to tell you this right now. Coach Lott may make you come back.
I may be a little good luck.
Yeah, you may be a little good luck for him.
But, yeah, man, just putting others and our team goals above our own individual goals as a coaching staff and as players. That's been a big thing for us since day one. And we just knew we kept that as the big picture that everybody else will get what they want individually as well in the process of that.
Well, Coach, you talked about your coaching staff there. Obviously the head coach, you're responsible for the losses. The players get the wins. But just talk about your coaching staff.
Man, I got an awesome coaching staff that I know I won't have long, so we're just trying to maximize it while we got them. Obviously, Coach Lane, this is his second year with us. He came in last year. Me and Coach Haslip already were kind of here. And he kind of just kept getting more and more and more and more and more involved with decision-making, recruiting, and all of that. So shout out to Coach Haslip as well. Before he left, he helped us put this roster together big time. But like I said, Coach Lane's an awesome offensive mind. A lot of our half-court offensive stuff I was doing for those first 3 years, and obviously we had some success with it. But like we talked about, just putting my ego to the side and saying, hey, this dude's elite with this offensive stuff, and just kind of letting him take the reins on a lot of the half-court offensive sets. And he's done a great job with it. We're one of the top teams in the country in offensive efficiency. And then Coach Hyde, obviously coming from Sneed, a big part of hiring him. He's won a championship pretty much every year since he's been a coach as an assistant. And so just bringing that winning culture and knowing what it takes to win a championship as a player and a coach. And like he's done a lot of our defensive scheming and stuff like that for games, and he's been really, really good with that as well.
Coach, I'm one of those guys. I'm a fan of a team that creates offense off defense, and that's one thing you guys have done extremely well. But it's not just one guy that's making it happen. You see a guy like last night, Holiday. Mm-hmm. He's known for his three-pointers, but he had 3 of the most vicious
emphatic blocks
that you will see in a game of basketball. But you have those guys playing hungry.
Yeah.
How do you get them to play at that level?
Man, I think it's just a standard that we've been able to set. I think early on, some of the losses that we took, we didn't mind proving some points just to kind of set the standard of how hard you had to play, having to play on the defensive end. And like I said, I think we did a really good job this season so far of just game planning and having the guys prepared. And they're very mature in the preparation part of it as well. And so we're kind of very prepared going into games, knowing who the players are on the other team and what their tendencies are. And those guys really take that, and they've really fed off of it. I think another thing, like you just said, when you talk about our 3 leading scorers being 3 of our best defenders as well, I think that really sets the tone as well.
And now, good thing, bad thing, when you have this type of success, you got a lot of guys, especially your freshmen, that's getting some of those D1 looks. Of course, here you're not want to say, no, I don't want you to go D1. I want you to stay here. Obviously, selfishly you do that. But here, as a coach, that's kind of a selling point. You come to ICC, we play at an elite level. You'll be able to get out of here one and done and go and take and play at a higher level.
Absolutely. That's something that we've really been able to do a good job of. I think after this year, we'll have had 7 guys go Division I after just 1 year with us, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a big time recruiting pitch of ours, obviously, and I think it just goes back to show like we just kind of try to do what's best for the player and not just what's best for us selfishly, and we always put them at the forefront. You know, people talk about being a player's program, a player's first program. I think we really try to embody that and do what's best for the kids. And some people think it's one way or the other, where you're either gonna have a couple guys have individual success and it pulls away from team success, or vice versa. And I'm just a firm believer that you can have both, and one's a byproduct of the other.
That pitch swung on a miss there. 7-1 is your score. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Continuing our conversation here with ICC men's basketball coach, Coach Wilson, coming to join us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth, talking about winning the conference championship. So that will set it up for the number 1 seed heading into postseason, which is a week away. But, Coach, knowing you have that in your pocket, 1, takes a bit of stress off of you, but 2, you want to stay hungry. How are you going to keep your guys hungry now that you've achieved that goal?
We've talked a lot about not having the crocodile syndrome. And you know, they say a crocodile is easy to be killed with the bare hands after it eats, because it's almost in a state of paralysis, just because it gets satisfied. So that's something we've talked with this group about a lot, is just not getting satisfied and just staying hungry and wanting more, and knowing that there is more out there for us. Like, obviously, like I said, this was one of our goals, but we still have a couple goals that we've checked that we got to check off, and just making sure that we continue to put the work in to get better so that we're able to take advantage of those opportunities.
Well, Coach, now we kind of have a little bit more break in the action. We talk a bit more about your guys. So let's just talk about your sophomores on the team this year, guys that came off a great season last year. Little not the finish we wanted, a little hungry, a little bitter taste in their mouth after last season. But just talk about your sophomores, and feel free to put names out there and put people on the spot on that.
Obviously, Demarion Winston and Jaden Harper are the 2 guys that played really big roles on our team last year. They won 25 games and lost in the semifinals of the region tournament. I think Demarion took it as hard as anybody, because he missed some free throws in that game last year that he felt like, you know, may have helped us win the game and stuff like that. But he came back with a hunger and a level of leadership that I really think was fueled by, you know, kind of falling a little short last year. And so, like, he's been the engine behind the run. And then, like I said, Jaden Harper was a kid that didn't play much early last year, just kind of stayed with the work. And when his number was called, he took off and ran with it. And he's had a really, really good sophomore year for us. And he continues to get better throughout this year, even just being a little more vocal at times and taking more of a leadership role. Last year was just kind of, hey, we just need you to make shots. Now, like I told him I was proud of him the other night at the East Central, because he had a struggle of offensive night. But like I told him last year, if you weren't making threes, we couldn't have left you in that game. Now he finds value in doing a lot of other things on the court, and that's been a big part of our success.
You talk about Winston. That's one thing about this young man. I love the hustle type plays, the kids that get out there. You know, he's not going to be the biggest guy on the court, but he's going to battle with them. He's going to drive to the lane. He's not going to be afraid to, one, if he gets his shot blocked, oh, well, no big deal. But one thing I will say this, that kid has probably been on the ground more this season, driving to the lane, getting after loose balls and stuff like that. It's those type of things, and I say it in the broadcast, that make good teams great. And he's really gives you that sophomore spark.
Man, yeah, and like I said, he's a guy that we asked to play a much different role this year. Last year, he was our second leading scorer. Should have been all conference in my opinion, but wasn't, and so we had to change his position this year just because of what we were bringing in, asking to be more of a point guard and more of a floor general. And he's really, you know, it was a struggle early for him, just learning how to play point guard. I tell people all the time, it's like taking a running back and trying to put him at quarterback, trying to move him from the 2 to the 1. But he's really, really bought into the coaching, the film work, and he continues to get better and better, and understands that it's his job to feed those other guys and make sure that they're getting taken care of as well. And I mean, you see that in the assist number last night. He had 10. He's had multiple games with 10, broke the school record for assists in one of the games. And like I said, he's a huge part of what we've done, obviously. And then, like you said, him just not being willing to lay his body on the line. He gets to the free throw line and one of the highest clips in the league. And then he just doesn't mind going there and throwing his body around and hitting the floor and doing whatever it takes for us to win.
All right, Coach, talk about some more of the guys.
Obviously, I think our 4-5 group, when you talk about Dalen Cooperwood, Shamari Phillip, Kyler Fox, and Jason Johnson, and Derek Parker, those guys have really, really, really helped us evolve as a team and as a program. You know, we've got a really good guard room. We've got 5 different guards with Demarion Winston, DJ Davis, who's a kid from Oxford, Mississippi that transferred from Jones, Tim Holiday, Jaden Harper, and then Jordan Frazier. We've had 5 guards that have had at least 20 points in at least one game, if not multiple this season. And so obviously we run a lot through our guards and stuff like that. But that group of 4 and 5s really has just bought in and just toughness, defending, rebounding at a high level, and scoring when they're given opportunities. And if they weren't as accepting of those roles as they are, we wouldn't have the success that we've had so far. And so I really commend and appreciate them for that. Like I said, just the offensive rebound and the athleticism that they bring and the energy they bring. You talk about those hustle plays. A lot of those are made by those guys. And so really, really high on those guys. Don't think we'd be as good as we are without them.
Coach, talk about those guys right there. You name one of them. Yeah, kind of like you're not supposed to say, Gore, you're not supposed to have a favorite.
Right.
But I do, and I'll tell you why. I call myself a misplaced Midwesterner. I'm a Notre Dame fan, Detroit fan, but Johnson, that kid, man, he comes out and he now obviously not to the level of a Dennis Rodman, but plays the role of a Dennis Rodman.
Yes.
You look at him and say, hey, I need you to go get 10 rebounds tonight. He's going to go get 10 rebounds. I need you to go score 8 points. He's going to go score 8 points. Hey, I need you to be the leader on the bench tonight. Get these guys fired up behind you. That's what he's going to do, and that's what makes a good player extra special, and that's the reason why every time he plays, I just love to watch the kid. When he's on the floor, he brings the energy you need from the second he's on the floor to the second he steps off.
And it's like I said, man, everybody talks about Winston, Tim Holiday, DJ Davis, Jaden Harper because of the scoring, but without the Jason Johnson, Dalen Cooperwood, KJ Patrick type guys that just fly around, laying their body on the line, knowing they're not going to score double figures every night. Those guys are the reason we're as good of a team as we are. Just because, like I said, they're bought in, and whatever it takes to win, they do. KJ Patrick, busted his head last night, hitting the floor. And he texted me from the ER while he was getting stitches, and was like, Coach, if I had to lay my body on the line for a ring, I'd do it all over again for you. And so moments like that are special. Obviously, when guys go have 20 and 30 points, Tim Holiday had the game with 44 points earlier in the year. Obviously, that's special. But when those guys lay their body on the line, for more than scoring, man, that's awesome. And like I said, that's the reason this team's been so good.
And really and truly, you don't miss a beat whenever you switch one in, one out. From one second to the other. You talk about the play of Holiday, that 44 points, set the record for modern-day record for most points in a game, modern-day record for most threes in the game. That was one night. And the very next game, you turn around and set the modern-day record for most three-pointers as a team in a game. And so I think really that moment, as you see a Little Caesars double play there,
big time.
That moment kind of really reflects on the type of basketball team you had. Hey, yeah, let's celebrate this one guy, and then everybody comes out and does it the next night.
Absolutely, man. And like I said, they root for each other's success. And I'm a firm believer that when you root for your teammates' success, when it's your turn, you kind of get that same in return. And this group has not cared who gets the credit or whose night it is. They just kind of roll with it, and they know they're going to play with some defense and some effort every single night. And like I said, it's been a joy to coach this group. We told them this like maybe 5 or 10 games ago before we knew we were going to win the league, but I just told them how much I appreciate it because they've been the most fun group to coach, just the way they show up to work every day, the effort that they play with. It's been a joy to coach, and I'm just glad they've reaped the benefit of it.
Well, it's been a joy to watch them this season as well, so let's kind of turn focus now on the conference. Started the season off, had a little hiccup in the road in that overtime loss at Kahoma. But to me, that might have been what you guys needed early on to kind of, hate to use the term wake you up, because you weren't just necessarily just like, hey, look at us.
Right.
But I think it kind of gave the guys a taste of reality of like, hey, this league, of course, we already know this league, anybody can beat anybody on any given day. But I think that kind of, sometimes you got to learn that the hard way.
I think, first of all, I think this league is very, very under-respected throughout the country. I think this is a high-level league with a lot of high-level players and high-level coaches, and I don't think it gets enough respect in other parts of the country. That's a conversation for another day, though. Yeah. But, man, it's funny. Dale Cannon was the first person that called me last night after we won and kind of told me congratulations to our team, congratulations. And like I told him, like, man, I appreciate it because literally that game against Kahoma that first night, it literally showed every good and bad part of our team, because it's like, okay, why did we get down 17 points going into halftime? It's because we played with a little selfishness. We weren't moving the ball, weren't defending at a high level, turned the ball over. But then it's like, okay, let's going into the second half, how do we get back into the game? And it's literally we were moving the ball around, we were sharing the ball, our defensive effort went up. I think that's the first game I've ever seen a team come back from down 17 without having to press.
Yes.
We literally just played our man-to-man defense half court the entire time and just kept working our way back. And so I think our guys show, like, they realize, like, man, we can really guard at a high level when we want to. And then, I'm kind of glad we came up a little short because I think we realized, okay, we showed the bad part of it in the first half, showed the good in the second half. I don't know if the lesson from the first half would have been remembered as much had we not lost the game. And, like, literally, I think we also showed ourselves, like, when we get in the hole, we don't have to panic. We can still fight through some stuff. I think it showed us that as a coaching staff as well. That was a rocket.
Nice diving catch there by Cologne at shortstop. 7-1 is your score. We're in the top of the fifth, talking with ICC men's basketball coach, Coach Wilson, about the season, about winning the conference championship. Coach, let's just go back to that. First off, I got to ask you a question. What in the world energy drink did you have before the game last night? That was the most active I've seen you on the sideline. At one point, like you were dancing with the referee. You ran a flat 40 from one side of the bench to the other. You were jumping up and down. Like, you were dialed in last night, Coach.
I don't know. Maybe I could feel the moment as much as the guys could. I don't do the energy drinks. I don't think I'm ever short on energy, so I try not to do the energy drinks. So maybe I could just feel the moment or whatever a little bit. I also think, in all seriousness, though, I don't want our guys to get complacent.
Right.
Like, I knew where we were trending towards as far as the regular season. But we've been really preaching them to just stay on the edge and play with a sense of urgency. And I think I have to embody that as a coach first to make sure that they're doing it as well. So maybe that was a little bit part of it too.
Oh yeah, lead by example. That's the way it is. But no, even Mr. Jim had mentioned last night just how energized you were on the sideline. But again, the guys see a coach that hyped up, and they're going to play. They want to play. They want to match your level. Is what it is. So.
And honestly, I'm matching their level.
Yeah.
Because like I said, those dudes laid it all on the line, man. I very rarely ever have to question their effort with this group, and that allows us to coach a lot of other X and O type stuff, and I can really appreciate that with this group.
Well, Coach, we got 1 week left. You go on the road to East Mississippi, always a very tough, very dangerous place to play. We've seen them already this season, as there's going to be a ground ball, should be a 3-up, 3-down inning here for the Indians, and it will be 6-3 on the putout. We'll continue our conversation here with Coach Wilson about the men's basketball team and the success they had. So, got East Mississippi on Monday, come back for a tough night against Holmes, who is always a well-coached basketball team, on top of it being sophomore night. So just talk about locking in for this last week and kind of saying, all right, guys, let's stay focused and not look ahead at the playoffs.
Well, I think the first thing, like we told these guys, like you said, we've only checked off one of our goals, and so we got to make sure that we're continuing to get better. As a coach, the goal is to always be playing your best basketball going into March. So we got to make sure we're continuing to get better. And so as a coaching staff, we got to make sure we do a good job of keeping our guys on edge, and then as sophomores and as leaders on our team, they've got to do a good job of making sure that they stay on top of each other and keep the energy and the intensity high at all times, and make sure we're staying on edge. Like you said, East Mississippi and Holmes are always two very tough coach teams, very well coached teams. They're going to play hard, really always good defensive teams that play with a lot of energy. And like I said, right now everybody's fighting for something. Everybody's fighting for something. Like we talked, we did beat East Mississippi that first time. That means nothing anymore.
Yep.
That doesn't mean a thing. And hopefully they hear that message. I think they did. But we know we're going to have to go in there. We're going to have to battle. And we know, of course, with Holmes coming in here on Thursday, we're going to have to battle. And then the other thing, too, is we actually have a bye on that Monday, March 2nd, where everybody else will be playing, and we've already clinched a bye in the first round of the tournament.
And let me say, on the part of the sports information staff, thank you for earning that bye.
Hey, we've earned the bye and stuff like that, and so we're looking at having like 10 days in between games, so we gotta fly around and put it all on the floor right now, and then we'll give them a couple of days, but we still got to make sure we're staying sharp.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, appreciate you taking time out of your day. I know you probably need a second to unwind and kind of rest from last night. I do want to ask you this one question, and we'll have the video up later. Saw the celebration last night. Talk about, as a coach, when you see the work of your kids they put in, the sacrifice. I don't think anybody, unless you're a student athlete on this level, will truly understand what it takes to be a student athlete. But as a coach, how did that make you feel when you saw your guys get to celebrate all that hard work and dedication, blood, sweat, and tears that they put in that moment?
Man, it's like you said, they've earned it. And when you say some blood, some sweat, and some tears, there's been a lot of all of them this year. And like you said, you just want the payoff, man. You hate for it to and at the end of the day, you got 15 teams in this league, and 14 of them feel like they came up short as far as the regular season. Right. And, we'll go into the tournament and there'll be 14 that feel like they came up short. And only one team can win it. But for us to put the effort that we've put in, and for those guys to play with the effort and the unselfishness that they've had, the extra hours. This group has been really good about coming back in and getting shots up in the morning or at night, and getting extra weight lifts in and all that. And it's never just one of them. It's always two groups of 2 to 3 or 4 of them even. And so for them to know, like, hey, hard work does pay off when you do stuff the right way. I was just really happy for them more than anything, because, like I said, they put a lot of time into it, and so I'm glad they reaped the benefits of it.
Do you know your ring size yet?
I don't, man. Well, I can't remember. I won one in college. I can't remember what it was, but luckily we'll be getting it sized up again.
All right. Well, Coach, congratulations. As we're going to go back to baseball here in a moment. I know you got to get back. Get rested up. Let's finish this thing strong and make a strong push in the second half of the season.
Man, I appreciate it. Roll Tribe.
Roll Tribe. That was Coach Wilson joining us here in the broadcast in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth, as that was a double by Jalen House to start us off here in the top of the 6th inning. This game scheduled for 9, ICC leading it 7-1. So again, if you want to check out ICC, they'll be back home on Thursday for sophomore night. That'll be the women starting at 5:30. The men will follow at 7:30. Just come on out for the 5:30 game. Support the Lady Indians. They're still in the chase for the regular season crown. They've got to get a little help along the way, but hey, anything's possible, and they're playing some of their best basketball right now as well. So let's reset and kind of re-look at everything here, as it is going to be Jack Howell on the hill here, continuing to pitch for the Indians. That's going to be a ground ball, foul ball, and 0-2 now is the count. There is a runner at second. That is Jalen House, who doubled and to start off the inning. So 0-2 now is the count here. This is Maurer, who is 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. That pitch high and outside for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, runner at second. Indians up 7-1 here in Game 3 of this series. Lakeland took the first 2 games to earn the series. Indians trying to scratch a win here. Ground ball, shortstop gets it. Long throw is not in time. Bang, bang play there. And good speed shown that time by Maurer, the center fielder. Typically one of your faster outfielders, showing off that speed there. And I'm going to check with Aiden. This is Winkleman up, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Make sure I didn't get off of my lineup. So this is Winkleman coming to the plate. 1 of 2 today. And now Lakeland starting to get a little something brewing here in the top of the 6th. Runners at first and second, still no outs. That pitch runs inside for a ball. Nice job by Cummings to block it up and keep it in front of him. 1-0 is the count. Winkleman, the DH, hit an absolute blistering shot to the third baseman in his first at bat, then grounded out 5-3. Indians would love to see if they can find a Little Caesars double play here. Runners go. Throw down to third is not in time. Good jump. So the double steal executed perfectly that time. And so now the Lakers, the number 21 team in the country in D1 baseball, get a little something going here in the top of the 6th. And so Winkleman, an RBI opportunity here. Waiting the pitch. This one hit, and it's going to drive in a run as it's hit out hard to left field. They're going to ask the run to score from second. The throw will be cut off, and a clutch hit there by Winkleman. 2-run single by the DH. Just a nice job of waiting back on that pitch and delivered it out there to left field, and we'll have a meeting on the mound here, so we'll take a quick timeout and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Welcome back after that brief meeting on the mound. That pitch high and outside for a ball. It is runner at first. Still no outs here in the inning. This is Sharif Colon coming to the plate. 0 for 2 on the day. You look at that pitch, high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. Indians do have someone getting loose in the bullpen. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. 2 runs on the board here. Makes it a 7-3 contest. This one popped up to the right side. Right fielder will dance around a little bit and will find it. And the runner will retreat back to first. So a nice job of settling down and getting the first out of the inning. As that was Williams who recorded the out there in right field. He entered to play right back in the top of the 4th. Appreciate Coach Wilson coming out to talk to us about ICC basketball, winning the MACCCC Conference Championship last night. Getting that number 1 seed heading into postseason play as there's a breaking pitch in there for a strike. As we mentioned, they'll be back in action on Thursday along with the women's basketball team. It will be sophomore night. So 0-1 is the count. Hard hit ground ball, and it's going to go foul. And now 0-2 will go the count. So no balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Runner at first. 2 runs have scored so far here in the top of the 6th. That pitch missing low and outside. Good eye that time on the part of Flowers to hold off on that one. He's 0 for 2 in the day. Strikeout looking and a strikeout swinging. He's also playing second base. 1-2 is the count. Howell getting set to deliver the pitch. Yes, he did. And oh my goodness. The infield umpire obviously frustrated at the home plate umpire that he had to even refer to him that time. And this guy behind the plate, folks, is having a tough day. So much so that you can just tell his partner is frustrated on the times that he has appealed to him out there. That one, no reason to appeal. But if you're ICC, you got to suck it up and get over it. Awaiting the 2-2 pitch here. And misses it low. 3-2 now is the count. That is a point of the game to kind of put in the back of your head there. That would have been the second out of the inning. But instead, you got to battle through it here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there. Technically the second time that he has struck out in that at-bat. That's the 10th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Howell. So 2 away now. There is a runner at first. And this is Eduardo Letamendi coming to the plate. Breaking pitch finds the corner. 0-1 is the count. So, you know, you've heard me say stuff about the home plate umpire. I will come back and say this. As bad as it's been bad both ways. Neither one of these fan bases can really say, well, this cost that or that cost this. As that ball in dirt gets away and the runner will take second without an issue. And at the end of the day, as we said, and I have to credit Steve Diffie every time, he's the one that came up with the saying, even if they're inconsistent, as long as they're consistently inconsistent, that's all that matters. And that is true. He has been the same way on both sides of the plate all day today. 1-1. Breaking pitch, missing at the knees. 2-1 now is the count. Letamendi is 0 for 2 on the day. Probably like me, 0 for 5 on trying to say his name. This pitch fouled off, out of play. And that should even things up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Indians trying to get out of this inning with minimum damage done. Aiden, did you say the foul ball got a car? And just barely caught a car out there in the parking lot. Awaiting the 2-2 pitch here. Hit hard, and it's going to drop for base hits. This is going to push across another run here. A clutch 2-out hit there for the Lakers.
Up to bat, number 25, Bryce Byers.
And so a clutch 2-out single. That is actually the 4th hit of the inning. Good to see our athletic director, Dr. Chad Case, out at the ballpark doing a little work today. Is that pitch missing for a ball? 1-0 is the count here. This is Byers at the plate, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts, one looking, one swinging. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. As I said, the curveball has been good to Howell today, as he has got 10 Renaissance Bank strikeouts so far on the afternoon. Another breaking pitch, that one up a little bit too high for the umpire's liking. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Runner at first here for the Lakers. They're chipping their way back into this one. As that one missing. And now you're going to start hearing the ICC fans start chirping a little bit. So basically it's whoever's at the plate, or I should say whoever's pitching fan base is going to get fired up today. And there's a strike. 3-2 now is the count. So waiting the 3-2 pitch here. It runs inside, and that's going to be a walk, nearly hit him. And so the Lakers not going quietly into this one. Looks like we may have a call to the bullpen here. Timeout on the field. Let's take the timeout with them, as we'll have a call to the bullpen being brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. Back with more right after this.
I'd like to buy the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing. Sing with me. Perfect harmony, perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a coat and keep it company. That's the real thing. I like to teach the world to sing. In perfect harmony, perfectly. And I'd like to buy the world a coat and keep it company. It's the real thing. What the world wants today. It's the real thing. What the world wants today. It's the real thing.
Welcome back. Will Lipscomb will take the heel here for the Indians, and this call to the bullpen being brought to you by Guaranteed Bank in Fulton.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
And And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here in the top of the 6th inning, 7-4, ICC with the lead, but the Lakers starting to turn things in their favor here, as Will Lipscomb is the new pitcher in the game here, replacing Jack Howell, who had an outstanding day, striking out 10, giving up 4 hits. Can't close the book on him just yet, as there's a pitch in there for a strike, as the runners at first and second still belong to Howell. There is 2 outs in the inning. Indians would love to keep the damage to a minimum here. Already 3 on the board in the top of the 6th. This is Stemka at the plate. And that one gets away, and it's going to take a hop high, and Cummings just couldn't quite find it off the hop, so the runners will advance on the wild pitch. And so it'll be a 1-1 count now here on Stemka. He had a double in his first at-bat, did come around to score a run. That was back in the 3rd inning. He's also walked, but was erased on a Little Caesars double play to end the 5th. And that one coming right at him. Ducks out of the way. 2-1 now is the count. Good job getting that bat down late. We've seen that a couple of times already this season, where they went to duck and the ball still manages to find the bat, as that is missing for a ball. So 3-1 now is the count. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Pitch coming. And walks him, and now the bases are loaded.
Up to bat, number 3, Madden Johnson.
This is where the Indians have struggled. The relief pitchers have come out and not necessarily thrown strikes. So Lipscomb looking to get adjusted and get into the game here, as this will be Madden Johnson. Perfectly executed sacrifice bunt in his first at bat, then grounded into a 5-4-3 Little Caesars double play to end the 5th. And so Cummings wanting to come out and talk to Lipscomb here, try to just get him settled down, refocus, and say, hey, look, yeah, bases are loaded, but worry about this guy in front of you right now. Trust your defense behind you, and let's go get an out. So we mentioned an absolute beautiful day for baseball. I'm glad our friends from Lakeland can come down and enjoy a little Mississippi hospitality, but also a little bit of friendlier weather today than it was yesterday. Cloudy with 20-mile-per-hour wind gust. It looks like we are going to have another call to the bullpen here for the Indians. Bases loaded with 2 outs, and we will have that call to the bullpen. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We'll find out together who the new pitcher is here. Looks like it's going to be number 18, Noah Wilder, coming in to pitch here for the Indians. So we'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and come back as the Indians trying to get out of the jam here. They lead at 7-4 in the top of the 6th.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
ICC fans, we've got you covered like never before. The all-new Let'sGoICC.com is your award-winning home for everything ICC athletics, and when it's game time or showtime, head to Let'sGoICCTV.com, the official streaming home for ICC athletics, fine arts, and other special events. Watch it live or on demand anytime, anywhere. Let'sGoICC.com and Let'sGoICCTV.com, your front row seat for all things ICC. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe I haven't already said this today, but Lakeland with ducks on the pond, bases loaded. You might be like, Gore, why are you so excited to say that? Their mascot is a duck. So literally ducks on the pond now here for Lakeland. Indians sending in Noah Wilder here, trying to get out of this inning with minimum damage done. ICC up 7-4. Wilder's first pitch blocked up nicely that time by Cummings, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded here for Lakeland. This is Madden Johnson at the plate. Thought about it, held off, ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. Indians, again, we sound like a broken record saying this, but they have struggled with 2 outs in the inning. This pitch on its way, that one high for a ball. 3-0 now is the count. 3 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. Third pitcher of the game here for the Indians. Winning the 3-0 pitch, and it's outside, and Lakeland will walk in a run. The struggles continue for the bullpen for the Indians. Bases loaded walk pushes across the 4th run of the inning. May have to go get Coach Wilson to come back. We were doing well when he was up here in the booth talking with us. So now this will be back to the top of the lineup here. And this is Jalen House. He started the inning off with a double, came around to score. So Lakeland is batted around here in the top of the 6th inning. Bases still loaded with 2 outs. Six straight pitches, and none of them finding the zone so far here for the Indians. ICC does have more action in the bullpen. As 2-0 is the count. House 2 for 3 on the day, a single, a double, and he struck out as that pitch runs inside. 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. Right now, if you're Lakeland, you just put the bat on your shoulder and say, hey, let's see if you can throw a strike. And he does. That one right down Broadway. 3-1 now is the count. Nice job there by Wilder to get a taste of the strike zone. Let's see if he can start filling it up a little bit more here, waiting the 3-1 offering. And that one, ooh. I'm like House. I would have started walking down to first 2, but instead get called back as that one is called strike 2. Got just enough of the inside part of the plate apparently for the umpire's liking. Big pitch coming up here. Runners will be in motion. 3-2 is the count with 2 outs here. Runners go. Grounder up the middle. Second baseman gets it. No, he olays it and can't get it. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And another clutch hit there for the Lakers. And I believe we got a tie ball game. Well, they put him in motion. That's what you're supposed to do in that situation with 2 outs on a full count pitch. And the rally is complete here as we're tied at 7. And another pitching change coming up here for the Indians. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey, brother, there's There's an endless road to rediscover. Hey, brother, know the water's sweet, but blood is thicker. Oh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. What if I'm far from home? Oh, brother, I will hear you call. If the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do.
Welcome back. New pitcher in the game here for the Indians. Egan Lowry will come in to pitch now. Still bases loaded with 2 outs, and it's a tie contest now. 7-7 is your score. This call to the bullpen being brought to you by Guaranteed Bank.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Indians still looking for the exit here with 2 outs. Runners on the corners here for the Lakers, and this will be Maurer coming to the plate to welcome Lowry to the contest. Indians' 3rd pitcher of the inning here. That pitch runs inside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Again, the Indians struggling to get ahead of counts here. And that pitch cuts the corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Well, it's nothing that you can fix as a coach. It's just one of those things where just 2 outs have been the Indians' worst enemy this year. This ball popped up, fouling out of play. 1-2 now is the count. It just eventually becomes one of those things where it's a sense of pride. Dig deep. You want to come in, step up, be the man for the team. You know, there's those opportunities available, but right now nobody has really stepped into that role and want to be that reliever for the team. As we await the 1-2 pitch here, runners on the corner, runner goes from first. This pitch popped back and out of play, and the count will stay at 1-2. Big inning here for the Lakers. They've put 6 on the board so far to tie us 7-7. Got him with 8 hits in the contest so far. And then that one runs inside and hits him. So bases will be loaded once again here for the Lakers. And this will bring Winkleman to the plate. The Indians gotten a 1-2 opportunity there and just lost him with the hit batter. Winkleman on the day, 2 for 3. He had a 2-run single earlier in this inning. And that one runs inside and nearly hits him. 1-0 is the count. 1 ball, no strikes, and 2 outs. Indians still looking for the exit. And that one runs in high for a ball. So the Lakers right now, everything going their way in this situation. They managed to hang around enough with Howell on the hill and then have cashed in ever since he was left the contest, and now the count goes 3-0. So the Indians fall behind in the count once again here. 3-0 with 2 outs. And that one hit him. Back-to-back hit batters now. And Lakeland will take the lead for the first time today.
Up to bat, 0-0, Sharif Polo.
So Hal is off the hook. Wilder now will be in line for the decision for right now. Is that pitch missing for a ball? This is Colon at the plate. He is 0 for 3 on the day. That went outside for a ball. (2-0) now is the count, top of the 6th. And he just keeps getting further and further outside. Jack Cummings did a great job of chasing that one down and keeping it in front of him. As, I'm sorry to put it this way, but none of those 3 pitches scaring the strike zone. 3-0 pitch. And that one, frame job for a strike. 1-3-1 now is the count. Colon taking the whole way that time. If I'm Sharif, I'd probably take again here. And he does, right in the middle of his back. 3 straight hit batters by the Indians.
Up to bat, number 2.
And now it's a 9-7 game. Still 2 outs in the inning. And this will be Flowers getting set to come to the hill. Nope, we'll have another change here. The Indians trying to find anybody that can get this final out of the inning. It's been a nightmare inning here for ICC. A great one if you're a Lakers fan. 8 runs so far in the inning, but still bases loaded with 2 outs. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Sam's Town Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another call to the bullpen. Looks like this is going to be number 15, Drew Rousey, taking the hill here for the Indians. He is a redshirt freshman out of Biggersville. This call to the bullpen being brought to you by Guaranteed Bank. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
Quick correction, it's Hunter
Number
Edge.
16, Connor.
Connor Edge will come into pitch now for the Indians, as we thought it was number 15, but it's number 16 instead, so it's number 16, Connor Edge. He is a freshman out of Magnolia Heights from Hernando. Again, a Guaranteed Bank call to the bullpen.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bases still loaded here. We're in the top of the 6th inning. 8 runs so far in the contest, and it will be Connor Edge entering to pitch here. So the Indians again trying to find an out, but it was 3 straight hit batters as that pitch missing for a ball. This is the 14th batter of the inning here for Lakeland. They came into this inning trailing 7-1. Now they're up 9-7. That pitch runs inside for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. Edge gets set to deliver. This one pops straight up. Back and out of play. 2-1 now is the count. Got Michael Upton checking in, watching today's broadcast. He's helped out with softball this week. Appreciate Michael stepping up to help out with those games as well. Awaiting the 2-1 offering here. This one hit, pulled foul into the parking lot, and will hop a vehicle and into the ditch. 2-2 now is the count. Boy, if the Indians ever needed a Renaissance Bank strikeout, now would be the time. Or a ground out, a pop out. Keyword out is what the Indians are looking for right now. 2-2 pitch. That pitch high for a ball. Now the count goes full at 3-2. Runners will be in motion in this situation. 3-2 is the count. Wind starting to blow into the ballpark here. Flowers awaiting the pitch. Rips it, foul, and nearly catching his coach over there in the first base box. And so we'll reset here at 3-2. So the count will stay full at 3-2. Connor Edge looking for that 3rd out of the inning. 5 runs have scored with 2 outs in this inning so far. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there. Tough day for Flowers, as that is his 4th strikeout of the day. But the damage has been done. 8 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. We'll take a timeout, see if ICC's bats can get fired up here. Back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
At Bank Okolona, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bankokolona.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as this is Matt Murphy coming into pitch. I know I missed someone earlier as we were talking with Coach Wilson about the season. As ICC now will come to the plate after an 8-run top of the 6th. Lakers have taken a 9-7 lead here. This will be Andrew Williams coming to the plate. Did not write down what he did in his first at bat. He'll stand in and take that pitch, missing low for a ball. So had a line out to short. Aiden, appreciate that. Aiden Bryan on top of things, keeping me in line. He's probably saying it's a lot easier with just one person up here versus having to try to keep Dr. Boggs and Colin Minga in line during a game. I can't imagine anybody want to take on that task. That pitch missing low. 2-0 now is the count. Now the count goes 3-0. So now the Indians, here's the thing. Lovely thing about baseball, softball, is there's no time to worry about. So Indians can turn around and have a big inning of their own here as that pitch across for a strike. As now the count goes 3-1. Will Bunch checking in. You are correct, sir. As that pitch runs inside, that's going to go for strike 2. 3-2 now is the count. Jack Howell came out today and tossed to Jim. 10 Renaissance Bank strikeouts, but unfortunately the bullpen just couldn't back him up. And the Lakers were able to cash in and take the lead. And that pitch, don't know where that one missed, but will be a break for the Indians as it'll be a leadoff walk to start the inning here.
Up to bat for the Indians, number 17, Madden Butler.
So this will be Madden Butler coming to the plate. He'll take that pitch low and outside for a ball. Well, this is kind of what haunted the Indians in the top half of the inning, was not being able to find the strike zone. And right now, the Lakers kind of with some struggles of their own here. Hard hit ball, but right to the second baseman. There's one. Are they going to be able to turn two? Yes, they will. A Little Caesars double play. 4-6-3.
Up to bat for the Indians.
For
number
2
9,
quick outs.
Kent.
And a tough break there for the Indians. Trying to get something sparked here. Again, we're playing 9 innings. We're in the bottom of the 6th, and this will be Reed Kent coming to the plate. He is 0 for 3 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. Swings on the first pitch he sees. Second baseman, no issue with it. Will toss it over. 4-3 on the putout. So what started to be a promising inning with a leadoff walk, Lakers take care of it with a Little Caesars double play, and then a little routine ground out to second to end the inning. We've played 6 here in Fulton. 9-7 is the score. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza. This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Pullen, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow is what we anticipate, what we work for, what we want to improve. At Itawamba Community College, we offer the courses, pathways, and the training that can help turn your vision of tomorrow into a reality. So why wait? Your tomorrow can start today at Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Scott Green.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a call to the bullpen being brought to you by Guaranteed Bank here in Fulton. As it'll be number 8, Scott Green, a redshirt sophomore out of Center Hill High School. If you know that area, I'll give you one guess on what town he's from. And the first one don't count. So the Indians trying to claw back in this one. Lakeland, however, wanting to come in and try to pick up some of those insurance runs. And when we talk about those insurance runs, we talk about your Itawamba County State Farm insurance agent, Brandon Poland, located right there on South Adams Street. Stop by and see Brandon and see how he can help out with all your insurance needs. I know everybody's looking to save $1 or $2 these days. Brandon could possibly help you do that. Fly ball out to right field. Right fielder calls everyone off and will get the out for out number 1.
Up to bat, number 25, Bryce Byers.
That was Leitamende on that last pop out. Now this is Byers coming to the plate. He is 0 for 2 on the day with a walk and a run scored. Part of that 8-run top of the 6th for Lakeland. Green. Pitch inside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. This pitch hit hard, high, but foul. 1-1 now will go the count here on Byers. As I mentioned, he has struck out twice today, once swinging, once looking. So awaiting the 1-1 pitch here from Green. Breaking pitch. Up high, just couldn't quite frame it down quick enough for the home plate umpire to like it. 2-1 now goes the count. There is 1 out in the inning, nobody on. That pitch runs inside for a ball. 3-1 now is the count here to Byers. Three-one pitch, swung on, way ahead of that one, pulls it foul. And now the count goes 3-2. Probably chased ball 4 that time as that one was up in the zone. So now the count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Green, the new pitcher in the game here for the Indians. Ground ball, third base side. Butler steps back, gets it. High throw, but a nice stretch for out number 2. Nice job settling down there by Green. Fell behind the count. Was able to come back, force it full, and get a routine ground ball 5-3 to put out. And now this will be Stemcombe coming to the plate. 1 for 1 on the day with a double. He's walked twice and scored twice. So he will dig in here trying to see if he can keep this inning alive with 2 outs in the inning. So waiting the pitch. Fastball foul back, strike 1. Again, we welcome those watching in favor of the Lakers today. Hope you're having a great day. And also welcome all the members of the ICC family tuning in here. This one popped up. Center fielder will jog over and will squeeze it for the out. So a much needed 3-up, 3-down inning of the Lakers there for ICC. 7th inning stretch. Let's stretch things out here and see if the Indians can get the bats fired back up. Trailing in this one 9-7. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
It all leads to this moment. It started with stepping out and discovering what you're capable of. Planning your future while learning, serving, and getting a real collegiate experience. Because the place you start can change everything. Itawamba Community College. You belong here.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Pullen, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to head to the bottom of the 7th inning, as it'll be Thompson, Graham, and Gunn scheduled up here for the Indians. ICC trailing this one 9-7. This one's scheduled for 9 innings here. Thompson looks at that pitch, missing low for a ball. This is still Murphy on the hill here for Lakeland. Is that pitch in there for a strike? 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs, nobody on as Thompson is starting us off. He's 2 for 3 on the day with a pair of singles. Looks at that one and it misses low for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. We'll take a look at score by innings after this pitch. Big swing and a miss there. 2-2 now is the count. ICC jumped on the board. 3 runs in the bottom of the 2nd. Lakeland got 1 back in the 3rd. The Indians got 2 back in the bottom half of the inning. Added 2 more to the board. There's a foul ball. We'll stay at 2-2. They added 2 more to the board in the 4th. And then it was just a disastrous 6th inning for the Indians. 8 runs on the board by Lakeland, and that's where they lead it now, 9-7. Return to sender. Great play by Murphy, reaching back across his body to get it and get the toss out across the way. 1-3 on the putout of Thompson. Well, Thompson was the last Indian to get a base hit. You got to go all the way back to the 4th inning for that. Since then, it's just been 1 walk that has put the Indians.
Number 7, Cannon Graham.
So this will be Cannon Graham. Going back and just double checking my stats, but yeah, that is going to be the case. So the Indians have been hitless since the 4th. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1 there for Graham. He had a single, scored a run. That was back in the 3rd inning. Looks at that pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on here for the Indians in the bottom of the 7th. And he tips it off, held on to by the catcher. Great pitch location there by Murphy. Catcher was set up well outside that time. And even seeing the catcher set up in the other batter's box, Graham decided to go fishing but couldn't catch anything there. So that will go as a Renaissance Bank strikeout. So now the Indians with 2 outs in the inning. This will bring up Trey Gunn to the plate. Trey 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. That pitch in there for a strike. So 0-1 is the count. Thought about it, held back. 1-1 now is the count here to Trey Gunn. He's playing in center field. One pitch coming. Fouled it off down the third base line. 1-2 now is the count here to Gunn. So waiting the 1-2 offering here from Murphy. And that one missing low. Not a bad spot to miss there. So it fell off the table a bit early. Gunn showing a good eye and patience of holding off on that one. Now the count goes 2-2. And this time jams him up, but fights it off enough to foul it back into the stands. Nobody there, so no issues with that one. As the count now goes 2-2. Gunn, like he kind of stuck that arm out a little bit, see if he can get on base by a hit pitch. Or hit by pitch, I should say. But now the count goes full here to Gunn. Swinging and a miss for strike three. Nice job by Murphy. Answering that 3-up, 3-down inning with back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts. We've played 7. 9-7 is the score. Lakeland with the lead. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Welcome back now as we move to the top of the 8th inning. Going to be the 9-1-2 batters due up here for Lakeland. You've got Johnson, House, and Maurer scheduled up. Madden Johnson 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. He did draw a bases-loaded walk and eventually came around to score a part of that 8-run 6th inning. So that pitch runs inside for a ball. He had the perfectly executed sacrifice bunt back in the 3rd inning that resulted in a run. Or eventually, I should say, didn't result in a run, but eventually manufactured a run for the Lakers. Grounded into a 5-4-3 double play to end the 5th inning. And shortly after that, the tide did shift in favor of Lakeland. That pitch gets away. Nobody on base to worry about there. 3-0 is the count. Well, the Indians' bullpen continues to struggle. Throwing strikes have been an issue. They fall behind in the count. As a 3-0 pitch, and that's going to be 4-pitch walk to start the inning. So that's what we're saying. They fall behind the count. Lakers have been very patient at the plate. As this will be Jalen House coming up. And they work themselves into some hitters count. And when they get a good pitch, they think they can barrel up. They've been doing it. Here comes trouble in the house. He is 3 for 4 on the day, a pair of singles and a double. At pitch high for a ball. "1-0 is the count here to House. He's also got 3 RBI on the day and 2 runs scored. That one across the letters for a strike. Evens things up now at 1-1 here on House. He's playing out in left field. Really hasn't had much to do out there defensively today. Awaiting the 1-1 pitch here from Green. That one in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count here to Jalen House. He did strike out looking to start the contest. One of 10 Renaissance Bank strikeouts by our starter today, Jack Howell. So awaiting this 1-2 offering here from Green. Runner at first. That pitch outside evens things up now at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner at first. 9-7. Lakeland with the lead here. Top of the 8th. Awaiting the 2-2 offering. This one hit hard, hit deep to the gap, but I don't think it's going to be deep enough. No, it actually didn't travel well at all. That one sounded much better off the bat than the results that it resulted in that time. I mean, it was just a shallow fly ball out to right center that was reeled in that time by Williams. So now with 1 out, runner unable to advance on that one. This will bring Maurer to the plate. He was hit by a pitch in his last at bat. He singled and has struck out twice. That pitch high for a ball. Well, some of the ICC fans chirped at that one. That was a ball, as it was upstairs. 1-0 is the count with 1 out. That pitch missing low for a ball. 2-0 now goes the count. Well, Lakeland wins the 3-game series. They won the first 2 games on Friday. ICC trying to scratch back at least 1 win here. We're doing well until that 6th inning roll around. Hard hit ball. Third baseman finds it. There's 1. Can they get 2? Yes, they do. A Little Caesars double play. Just what the Indians needed there. Swinging it around the horn. 5-4-3 for that Little Caesars double play. Let's see if the Indians bats can find some life in the bottom of the 8th. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars' new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things. Bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum. I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
Welcome back now as we head into the bottom of the 8th inning for ICC. It will be Brody Thompson. Yeah, I'm all off on my lineup here. As Thompson hit by a pitch. What I'll do is get us going here.
Up to bat for the Indians, number 28, Tyler Pickens.
So it'll be Tyler Pickens. No, I am on track. Excuse me. Tyler Pickens at the plate now. I was just looking at my stat sheet wrong. That first pitch missing for a ball. Indians need to find something going here. Starting to run out of outs here in this 9-inning affair. Pickens looks at that pitch. Beauty at the knees for a strike. 1-1 is the count. Well, again, the Indians, you have to go all the way back to the 4th inning since they had a hit. Pickoff move in the dirt. Nice job blocking that one up over there by the first baseman, not allowing that one to get away. Clouds starting to move into the area. There is some chances of rain later on tonight. That's the reason why we move these games up a day. As that pitch called a strike. 1-2 now is the count. Nothing tomorrow. After a week full of games, and we'll have softball on Sunday right back here on the Red Channel. And just couldn't hold off on the inside heat there. A nice pitch by Murphy for out number 1.
Up to bat for the Indians, number 6, Jack Cummings.
So this will be Jack Cummings coming to the plate. He'll dig in with 1 out and 1 on here. Looks at that pitch, outer edge for a strike. Well, that's been the difference in the game right now, folks. And I'm not trying to sound negative, but the Lakers have been able to throw strikes. ICC has struggled to find the zone. That one missing low. Catcher held on to it a little long that time, trying to work the count in his favor. Didn't get it. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. There's a shot, little hit and run action going on there. And Cummings will single out to right. Now the Indians will have runners on the corners. Clutch hit there by Jack Cummings. His second hit of the day.
Up to bat for the Indians, number 3, Andrew Williams.
So now we send it back to the top of the lineup here. And Andrew Williams. Can the Indians get a little rally started here? They've got runners on the corners with 1 out. Back to the top part of the lineup here for the Indians. Williams at the plate, walked his last time up. Looks at that pitch, breaking pitch that falls off the table and low and outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. One ball, no strikes. 1 out, runners on the corners here for the Indians. They trail 9-7. Thought about it, didn't pull the string on it. Looks at it, shakes his head in agreement for strike 1. Does Williams. Nice location that time. Even if Williams could have got a bat on the ball, would have either grounded out to first or just fouled it off. 1-1 pitch. This one hit hard. Center fielder is going to track over. And, they run into each other. Center fielder does hang on to the ball, but that will turn into a sacrifice fly off the bat of Williams, and ICC pulls within 1. That was almost disaster out there for Lakeland.
Number 17, Madden Butler.
As the two ran into each other, center fielder was able to hang on to the ball. Coaching moment of making sure you clearly call each other off. So now with 2 outs and a runner on first, Indians trail this one 9-8. Butler at the plate. That pitch finds the edge. And again, like I said, depends on who's throwing the ball and which team is chirping today. And I will say he struggled at times, but he has been struggling for both teams. 0-1 is the count. Butler checked his swing. They're going to appeal, and he's going to say he did not go. Butler did have a 2-run home run back in the fourth. That's been his only hit of the day. It's one of those Oppo that just got out of the park. Went down the line and went about 334 instead of 330. In the dirt, runner's going to go, and a nice read on the dirt ball there to get in scoring position by Jack Cummings. So now the tying run is in scoring position here for the Indians. 2-1 is the count. ICC, boy, we've seen them struggle trying to find that third out of the inning. Can they spark a 2-out rally of their own here? It'll be Butler at the plate. If he were to reach, then Reed Kent would be right behind him. We're in the bottom of the eighth. This one's scheduled for 9 innings here. Tying run in scoring position here with 2 outs in the inning. Butler at the dish. Looks at that pitch. Slides in at the knees for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Deuce is wild here in this situation for the Indians. This one hit right up the middle, and we should have a tie ball game. And clutch hit there by Butler. Boy, just what the Indians needed there. Second hit of the day for Butler, his third RBI. Big time play by Jack Cummings to read the ball in the dirt, to get a jump on that and get in scoring position to be able to tie the ball game. So a big time play there for the Indians. And so now new life here for ICC. This is Reed Kent at the plate. He is 0 for 4 today, so he is due. He does have some power in his bat. 1-0 is the count. And pops this one up. Left fielder is going to drift over, and will find it after drifting right back in. So unfortunate there, but the Indians do get 2 runs on the board to tie everything up at 9. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to the 9th inning. Can the Indians find a rally here late? 9-9 is your score. Back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Call to the bullpen here for the Indians. Brody Thompson will come in to pitch here in the top of the ninth. 9-9 is your score. Quick timeout. We'll come back with the 9th inning right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
guys. Get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
At Banco Colonna, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bancocolonna.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the top of the 9th inning. 9-9 is your score. Winkleman is due up here. Swings on the first pitch he sees, fouls it back, and out of play. 0-1 is the count. 3, 4, 5 batters due up, right where you want to be right now if you're the Lakers. Winkleman, Cologne, and Flowers. That pitch finds the edge for a strike. 0-2 now is the count. So no balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there to start the inning. And now this will be Sharif Cologne into bat. He was hit by a pitch in his most recent at bat. He is 0 for 3 on the day. Fouls that one off, strike 1. We're at the top of the 9th inning. Indians score 2 in the bottom of the 8th to tie us up at 9. Thompson has entered a pitch. That pitch drifts high for a ball. 1-1. The sun has quickly disappeared here at Crescent Field. That pitch runs inside, and it was either off the catcher's mitt or off the arm of the umpire. And if it was off the arm of the umpire, he did not flinch whatsoever. And if that was the case, then kudos to you, Cat. This ball popped way up in the air. Left fielder's going back, drifting back, camping around, and will get underneath it for out number 2.
Up to bat, number 2, Isaac Flowers.
Well, what you worry about in that situation is with the clouds moving in, you got white, puffy clouds. You can not really see it, but you can get the taste of what you're looking up at out there in the outfield. Is you can lose the ball in a hurry there, so a nice job out there in left to be able to find that one and get out number 2. Ground ball, shortstop gets it. Throw over is dug up out of the dirt, and the Indians get a 3-up, 3-down inning. All right, can the Indians find some walk-off magic in the bottom of the 9th? Don't you dare go anywhere, folks. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things. Bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The bottom of the 9th inning. 9-9 is your score. Indians rallied back to tie it up with 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Do they have some walk-off magic? At first pitch to Thompson, missing for a ball. Business picking up here late in the afternoon in Fulton. 1-0 is the count here to Thompson. Looks at that one right down the middle for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Thompson, Graham, and Gunn scheduled up here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Thompson came into pitch and got a 3-up, 3-down inning. And looks at that one, missing for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs, bottom of the ninth. Tie ball game. Pitch coming. That one runs in, a little high, but called a strike. Yeah. I think that might be a makeup call after that last pitch. I thought the last pitch was a strike, to be honest with you. 2-2 now is the count. Hard hit ball right to the shortstop. Gets it in his glove. Throw across the way is just in time. 6-3 to retire Thompson. 1 away. High drama here in Fulton, as this will be Connor Graham
Up to bat for the
coming
Indians,
to the plate.
Number 7, Cannon
Graham. He is 1 for 4 on the day. Had a single and a run scored back in the third. Struck out swinging in his last at bat, looking to redeem himself here. 1 out, nobody on. Looks at that pitch. Nice off-speed pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. Who's going to step up? Who wants to make the play? Indians trying to rally here in the bottom of the ninth. Lakers trying to force it into the 10th. This flare off the bat, off the netting. 0-2 now is the count. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on here for the Indians. 9-9 is your score. Cannon Graham, the second baseman, at the plate. Graham puts a bat on this one, flares it out, and foul. And so we'll sit at 0-2. Nice job finding a piece of that one that time by Graham. Just trying to keep this at-bat alive here for the Indians. That pitch high for a ball. Not a bad spot to miss there if you're Murphy. But a good eye to hold off on that one and not chase on the part of Graham. 1-2 now is the count. Murphy has pitched well, especially when he's run into a little bit of trouble. This one, a flare, and it's going to drop for a base hit. So the Indians have a runner on the bag, as that was just a little flare down the third baseline.
Up to bat for the Indians.
And now it'll be Trey Gunn.
Trey Gunn.
1 out and a runner at first here for the Indians. That is the winning run. 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth. Trey will dig in. Murphy checks the runner at first. Now delivers to Gunn. That pitch high for a ball. 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, and a runner at first. 9-9 is your score here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Indians looking for a way to walk it off here. Pickoff move to first, not in time. No tag applied, I should try to say. Just keeping the runner honest over there at first. 1-0 is the count. Gunn's walked twice today, struck out twice today. Looks at that pitch, it's a beauty. Off speed, finds the corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at first. We're in the bottom of the ninth here. Gunn, big, healthy swing, but a miss there. 1-2 now is the count. Trey is a redshirt freshman from Biggersville. He's played center field today. Going to have to protect the dish with a 1-2 count. Murphy delivers. Hit hard, and it's going to be laced in there for back-to-back singles for the Indians. Beautiful at bat by Gunn. Finally got a pitch he can go with there. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just came up, put a bat on the ball, and now the Indians with the winning run in scoring position. And this will be Houston Green coming to the plate. He was hit by a pitch and scored a run in his last at bat. Go all the way back to the second inning when he had a single. Grounder, going to have to hurry here. They're going to get only one in this situation, so nice job by Gunn to quickly get to second. That works just as if it was a sacrifice bunt. Only one play. Great job there by Colon not to try to force anything.
Pitch hitting for the Indians.
And now with 2 outs of the inning,
Bryson Jackson.
This will be Bryson Jackson coming in a pinch hit situation for Tyler Pickens. Winning run is at third here for the Indians. Jackson getting his first appearance of the day. Do the Indians have some walk-off magic here in the bottom of the ninth? 9-9 is your score. Jackson will dig in. Murphy on the heel here for Lakeland. Hard hit, and it's going to be to the shortstop. Going to have to hurry. The throw is going to be in time. Great job by Murphy to get the routine ground out. 6-3 to end the threat, and my, oh my, the Indians leave runners on second and third. We've got extra inning free baseball here in Fulton. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled it over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
You want my Coke Zero?
Nah.
Really? You can have it. A Coke Zero and
Okay.
a smile.
We're Coke brand managers.
Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial.
Hey, that was for me.
Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero has a life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a smile.
Cats.
Da, 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 da.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are heading to extra innings here in Fulton. ICC had the winning run at third, just could not come up with a timely hit. Kudos to Matt Murphy, who got out of that inning with minimum damage done. As we got a new left fielder in the game, Daniel Whitfield has entered to play in the top of the 10th. This is Lettermende coming in. He swings and misses for strike one. Looks at that pitch low and inside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Lettermende, Byers, and Stemka scheduled up here in the 10th. This one fouled back. 1-2 now is the count. Well, free baseball for those that have tuned in. You've missed a good one over the last few innings. It was a 8-run sixth inning by Lakeland that got them the lead. Then ICC added 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th to tie us up. Indians had the winning run at third, or the game-winning run at third, I should say, but just couldn't come up with a timely 2-out hit. As that pitch outside for a ball. 3-2 now is the count. If you're just now joining us, thank you for tuning in. Remind you to follow Let's Go ICC on your favorite social media platform. Grounder up the middle. Shortstop gets it. Throw across the way is a wild throw, and it'll be an error on the Indians to put the runner on to start the top of the 10th.
Up to that, number 25.
One of those that I think the speed of Letamunde kind of surprised the shortstop and rushed that throw and threw it down the line. Couldn't quite climb the ladder to go get that one. And so E6 will put a runner on here. No outs, and this is Byers at the plate. Grounded out 5-3 in his most recent at bat. He's 0 for 3 on the day with a pair of strikeouts and a walk. Shows bunt. It's a beauty. Only one play. It's over to first in time, and a nice job there with that sacrifice bunt to get the runner in scoring position. 1-3 on the putout. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That is the ICC BSU. So now with 1 out in the inning, Stemcom will come to the plate. He had a double in his first at-bat, walked twice since then. Big, healthy swing and a miss there. Flew out to center in his most recent at-bat. 0-1 is the count here to Stemka. Runner at second. And now ICC wants to reset. It was an error, then a beautiful sacrifice bunt that's got the runner at second. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Be interesting to see if Lakeland stays with Murphy in the bottom half of the inning. He has thrown a lot of pitches. That pitch missing for ball 2. 2-1 now is the count. But, man, you kind of have to dance with the girl that got you there, man. He has pitched around some trouble. As this is going to be a flare to the right side. Right fielder's going to have trouble and can't get to it. Dives for it and misses it. This is going to score a run, and it's going to get to the corner, and this will go for a triple for Lakeland. A timely hit there for Lakeland. The Lakers get the triple and cash in on the error. Heck of an effort out there in right. Just couldn't get to it. It was going to be a fair ball either way. Tried to dive for it. Couldn't do so. And we'll have a runner coming in this situation. This will be Paisley coming in to run. And that's what you do. That's the reason why they're nationally ranked. You lay down the bunt, get the runner in scoring position, come up with a clutch, timely hit. Not only that, then move yourself into scoring position. Kudos to the Lakers on that big-time play there. But now if you're ICC, you settle down, get refocused, and try to see if you can find an out here with one away. And this is Johnson at the plate. He's walked twice. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. This one hit on a rope, and it's going to drop, and it's going to score another run. Well, a nice piece of hitting and a nice job manufacturing some runs there by the Lakers. And now we flip it back to the top part of the lineup here with House coming to the plate. Now the Indians need to find an out here. The Lakers bats, once they get hot, man, they're tough to stop. That pitch across, but in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count. (11-9) is the score. We're in the top of the 10th. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. That pitch runs inside for a strike. 1-2 now is the count here to House. He's been a tough out today. Struck out looking in the first, flew out in his most recent at bat, but between there he had a pair of singles and a double, and has 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored on the afternoon. 1-2 pitch, nope, pick off over to first, not in time. Indians had a chance earlier in the contest to pick off a runner that way, but just couldn't get the glove out of the mitt, basically, and allowed the runner to get there in time, and that run did eventually come around to score. 1-2 pitch. Inside for a ball, 2-2 now is the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first here for the Lakers. Nice off-speed pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Beautiful job coming back there to fool the batter. And now this will bring up Maurer with 2 outs in the inning. Runner still at first, but 2 runs have already been plated for Lakeland. They take a 11-9 lead here in the top of the 10th. That pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Some ICC fans still a little upset with that call. It was high. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. That was just a fan showing that he can support the umpire as well as fuss at him, as he kind of sarcastically gave him a good call. Pitch over to first, or toss over to first, I should say, not in time. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 10th. Lakers up in this one 11-9. ICC had the game-winning run in scoring position, just couldn't come up with a timely hit to get it across. Awaiting the 1-1 offering here. Low and outside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. Sixth time that Maurer has been to the plate today. He hit into a double play. He's been hit by a pitch, singles, and struck out twice. Again, pickoff move, not in time. He does have a run scored, part of that big 8-run 6th inning for the Lakers. That pitch, low and inside for a ball. 3-1 now is the count. So waiting the 3-1 offering here. Runs inside and walks him. Not what you were looking there if you're the Indians. And again, struggles with 2 outs in the inning, haunting the Indians. And Winkleman will come back to the plate here. He struck out swinging. He's been hit by a pitch, had a 2-run single, scored a run, grounded out 5-3, and reached on a single back in the first. That pitch missing low for a ball. So 1-0 is the count. More frustrations boiling over for some of the fans. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Runners at first and second. That pitch finds the corner for a strike, and some of the Lakeland fans didn't necessarily like that one. ICC fans, you heard them cheering. They did like it, obviously. 1-2 pitch. Ball gets between the wickets, and it's called a dead ball as it gets stuck in the padding in the back, so runners do advance in that situation. So the count 2-2 now. The Indians really need to find this third out here and keep the runs to 2 here in the top part of the inning. But if you're Lakeland, though, would love to come up with a timely hit here to pick up some more of those insurance runs. But instead, there's a strikeout. A clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there as Winkleman, swinging for the fences, comes up empty. ICC's got some work to do here in the bottom of the 10th. They trail it 11-9. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guarantee Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Guarantee Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guarantee Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars' new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates two things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Cummings!
Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the 10th. ICC running this one 11-9. It'll be the 9-1-2-3 batter. 9-1-2 batters due up here. New pitcher in the game for Lakeland. As his first pitch is across for a strike, it's Madden Johnson, who was out in right field. I believe it's Will Knapp that is taking over in right, and just all speed, and Cummings confused on that one. 0-2, quickly ahead in the count now is Johnson. So 0-2 pitch coming. This one lifted, knifing away from the center fielder. Could be trouble. No! Great play out there in center field. It had a bit of a slice to it, but a nice job finding an extra gear out there in center field for out number 1.
Coming up to bat for the Indians, number 3, Andrew Williams.
And so now we go back to the top part of the lineup here. This will be Andrew Williams coming to the plate, with one out and nobody on here in the bottom of the 10th. ICC trailing it 11-9. That pitch finds the edge for a strike. 0-1 is the count. No balls, one strike, and one out. That pitch runs inside, evens the count up now at 1-1. The Indians need a runner on the bags here. They trail this one by 2. That one, a beautiful pitch inside, and Williams, I don't know if you can get much better of a pitch like that to swing on there. 1-2 now is the count. So right now, if you're Williams, you just choke up and find a way to get on here. Waiting the 1-2 pitch. That one runs high. 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 10th inning, 11-9. Lakeland with the lead. And that pitch missing low. Now the count goes full. Nice job by Williams, being patient, battling back and forcing the count to go full. Find a way. That's what the Indians have got to do here. 3-2 pitch. Fouled it off. Nice job finding a piece of that one that time by Williams to keep the at-bat alive. 3-2 now. Stays the count. Indians scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th. To tie us up, can they do the same here and match the 2 that the Lakers scored in the top half of the inning? 3-2 pitch. Flare out to right field. Right fielder's going to go back. Is it going to be deep enough? It is going to be out of here. A solo home run off the bat of Williams.
Home run by number 3, Andrew.
A big-time shot there. The ball just kept carrying, and it's a one-run game. Clutch hit there off the bat of Williams. I've got that as his second hit of the day, second RBI, and second run scored. So now the Indians,
Coming up to bat for the Indians,
with one out,
number 17, Madden Butler.
it'll be Madden Butler coming to the plate. Lakeland appealed home, saying he missed home plate. The home plate umpire wasn't really looking. The catcher was trying to get his attention and then signaled safe. So now this will be Butler, who had an RBI single in his last at-bat. Swings on that one, and ooh, right into the dugout, and luckily the Indians paying attention there as that one, scary moment there, but now 0-1 is the count here to Butler. 11-10 is the score, one out here in the bottom of the 10th. Butler looks at that pitch, low for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Again, high drama here in Fulton. Indians trail it by 1 here in the bottom of the 10th. That pitch high and outside for a ball. It was a solo home run off the bat of Williams. That makes it an 11-10 contest. Can ICC find another rally here? That pitch right off the backside of Butler, and he'll be hit by a pitch. And so he will represent the tying run, and coming to the plate is Reed Kent.
Coming up to bat for the Indians, number 9, Reed Kent.
Kent, 0 for 5 on the day. The shortstop is due, but don't have to have anything big here. Indians can manufacture a run in this situation. Is that pitch in there for a strike? I tell you, when you're in kind of a slump, that's what happens. Those pitches that either go your way or the other way tend to go the way of the pitchers, and right now, Reed looking to break his way out of it. Fouls this one off. 0-2 now is the count. Tying run at first here for the Indians. Kent at the dish. One out here in the bottom of the 10th inning. 0-2 is the count. This one a flare. Center fielder going back will camp underneath it and get the out. Good hit, just didn't quite get enough of it off the end of the bat that time. And now there's 2 outs in the inning. The Indians have hit the ball hard, just unfortunately couldn't find the gap there. Nice job out in center field to show off the speed and run out there and get that one. Looks like we're going to have a runner come in this situation. It's going to be number 26.
Number 26, Solomon Smith.
So Solomon Smith will come in to run here for Butler. Butler, who has been nursing a bit of a leg injury, so going to try to get a little bit more speed on the bases here. And this will be Brody Thompson coming to the plate. He's got a pair of singles on the day. Does Thompson? So he'll dig in with a runner at first and 2 outs. That pitch a beauty in there for a strike. So 0-1 is the count here to Thompson. Runner at first is a tying run. That's Smith. In the dirt. Beautiful job blocking that one up to keep the runner at first. 1-1 now is the count. That's how the Indians tied up the game. It was a great job by Cummings picking up a ball in dirt to be able to get in scoring position. Came around to tie us up at 9. Indians would love to get to someone a little bit closer to scoring position. Here's that pitch missing low for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. Thompson, who started the day as DH, now pitching for the Indians. Awaiting the 2-1 offering. Breaking pitch, and my, oh my, that one should get a citation as that one turned over. A big-time breaking pitch there without using his blinker. 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. Pitch coming. That one runs low and inside. And now the count goes full at 3-2. Big time pitch coming up here. Runner will be in motion in this situation. Indians trail by 1, 11-1. Pitch coming to Thompson. Runner goes. High fly ball. Right fielder's going to go back to the warning track and will camp under it. And the Lakeland Lakers hold on to complete the sweep of the Indians by the final score of 11-10 in extra innings.
Thank you for joining us.
We'll take a break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Welcome back. Your final score here in extra innings. ICC falls 11-10 to Lakeland here in the only game on the afternoon. Lakeland, the number 21 team in the country, improves to 9-5 on the season. ICC will slip to 6-7. Your final line for Lakeland: 11 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. For ICC, 10 runs, 14 hits, and 1 error. Man, tough day at the ballpark for the Indians. It was a big 8-run, 6th inning that got things ignited for Lakeland. ICC was able to battle back in the bottom of the 7th to score 2 runs, but then 3 in the top of the 10th, and ICC just couldn't get it done. They had the winning run at 3rd in the bottom of the 9th, but unfortunately could not come up with a timely hit there for the Indians. Well, that's going to do it on the afternoon. Appreciate everyone that's tuned in to this game and other games this week. It's been a crazy week on campus, but always something going on here at ICC. So check us out at letsgoicc.com as well as iccms.edu. So that's going to do it for the afternoon. I do want to wish the best of luck to our friends at Lakeland as they head back to Mattoon, Illinois. We're going to be hitting up I-57. Been in that part of the world numerous times, and might stop by and check out Lakeland next time I'm coming home from a Notre Dame game. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Don't forget to join us right back here on the Red Channel on Sunday for softball against Pellissippi here in Fulton. Have a blessed evening, and as always, Roll Tribe.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.